What's good, YouTube? It's of course Divine from Prophecy, and today, today, well, tonight actually, we lost against the Jets, 32-24. Um, I don't. The only thing I look for in preseason is consistency and effort. We try to come back late. I mean, it was like 14-0. Um, and we still settling for field goals and not touchdowns. That's a huge concern. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't. I mean, I think on the offensive side, with our starters, we kind of have it down pat. And as far as our defense, I don't know where we are defensively. Um, I mean, I thought it was going to be an easy win. Not really easy win, but I thought it was going to be a fair win, and we didn't get the job done. Um, you always want to start this preseason off, or you always want to start these preseason games off on the right note. You don't want to, I mean, obviously you want to win every preseason game that you win, but a lot of fans are not really, they always say the same thing. Not even fans, just everybody says the same thing. You know, to me, preseason matters because details matter, right? It's all about details. You know, the right tackle, the right deflection, the right, pass breakup. It's just details. And I take preseason very seriously. Now, y'all might think, oh, it's just preseason games, it doesn't matter, it doesn't count. Yeah, because the thing is, my coach used to drill it in our heads that practice is details, right? The things that you do in the regular season, the things that you do when the games count, it goes back to doing the little things, details, right? Um, Now I've seen a few preseason games where before I got my TV, and I'm a upgrade. Um, I just need to find like a bed set, and I'm gonna upgrade to a much bigger TV. I'm still gonna have that TV for like gaming and stuff, and another one I'm just gonna watch, movies or whatnot. Um, but anyways, details is very important to me. Just like how time was important to Tom Coughlin. And, if you're late, if you're quarter and a half late, if you 1 second late, he's not going to put up with your bull crap. Same thing with, practice. Practice. Practice is, focusing on details. Um, and I think we didn't do that tonight. I think we let the Jets walk all over us. Now, we have until next Sunday to get our act together. Um, and I know it's just the backups that was playing tonight. Some of the starters was playing tonight as well. I believe Jalen Hyatt is going to be in the starting lineup. I don't think he's going to sit behind Sterling Shepard or Darius Slayton. We picked him third overall for a reason. I don't think he's going to wait the bench. You know, kind of. I don't think Odell rode the bench, um, so he's gonna get his start. Um, Lack of a running game tonight. That's concerning because you need that running game to, obviously take pressure off of Daniel Jones. Um, we still need that number two back to, take the pressure off or take the load off of Saquon Barkley. I'm gonna say pressure. Just take the load off of Saquon Barkley. You know. Um, we still don't know who our receivers are. One, two, three, four. You know. We got our left tackle, right tackle down pat. We got our tight ends. We got obviously our quarterback. The defense. I mean, I don't know who's going to start at middle linebacker for us. Um, Cornerbacks is up and down. I mean, the defense and the offense is just a mess. It really is. You would think by now you would say, okay, he's going to start. He's the starter. Maybe they're going to release his, schedule or the roster. They're going to reveal the 53-man roster because they still have to cut players, Um, but, it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a fun game. I would advise the Giants to just show up. Just show up, please. Because the Giants never do well at home. They never do well at home. The Giants are more battle tested when they're on the road. The Giants do well when they're on the road. Look at what they did last year to Tennessee. They were on the road and they won. I mean, every time we went to Jerry World with Eli, it was always a back and forth battle. I remember when what was that receiver's name? I think his name was Williams. He caught the ball and he forgot to go out of bounds, and we won 19-20, or we won 20-19 because he forgot to go out of bounds. We have some memorable moments in Jerry's World, but the tables have turned. Now the game is at life, knowing that the Giants wasn't good at home last year. They were pretty good on the road last year. They were not really a good home team last year. Um, we went on the road and beat Seattle. We did have that one win against the Ravens at home, I believe. Um, you know, but we just got to protect home court. And I really do I dig, the only positive I could say, the only positive I can say is I dig the new logo for the New York Giants. That logo is clean. It's really clean. Um, I really dig the new logo. The new logo on the field, I really dig it. That's a pretty dope logo. But other than that, the Giants just got to do well at home this year. Um, Because after Seattle, after Arizona, that's where the test really begins. If we could start 2-0, that's great. Like I predicted, I do see us starting 2-0 because Dak, he's going to be fighting for his job. That's why they brought in Trey Lance. They only gave up like a fourth round draft pick for him. Um, so I don't know if that was a move to wake, Dak Prescott up, saying like your time is up, but it's either you take us to the promised land or we don't even pick up your option. Or I don't know if he did find an option, fifth year option or whatever. But it's a wake up call, And I think that was going to lit a fire under Dak Prescott's butt, and say, okay, this organization is trusting me. This organization is giving me one more chance. I have to deliver. I have to at least go all the way. You know, um, I don't see Lance having any playing time. To be honest with you, unless Dak gets hurt. Um, but it's gonna be a fun game. It really is. Without Zeke, how will Dak Prescott, function? Pollard is a great back, but he's not Zeke. Even when Zeke had his down year in Dallas, he was still productive. He was one of the best pass protecting running backs that we have seen in a long time. As great as Adrian Peterson was, he was never a great pass protector. Um, so the Giants just need to protect home court. Win the games that you have to win. The games that you can't win, that's good. I'm not saying that the Giants are going to go 17-0. I did say that they was going to struggle a little bit. I think they're going to go 7-10 this year. Just because of continuity, getting new pieces. Three preseason games isn't enough to, you know, get familiarity, familiarity with them. Because we haven't seen Darren Waller just in one preseason game. That's the only game we saw him in, and that's it. And then after that, we just, he just wasn't in there, because he needs the reps, Like, you think the Giants is gonna just walk in week one and act like, Joe Montana and Jerry Rice? No, they're gonna struggle, you know. They're gonna struggle. It may not be week one. It might be week two that they start, catching up, because like three preseason games isn't enough to get everything down pat, you know. Because you saw, against the Lions, he popped a few times, and then he was out. Against the Panthers, he didn't play. Again tonight, he didn't play, obviously. And I would just saw Trevor Lawrence and Evan Ingram out there. Timing is everything, Watch. I'm telling you, week one, they're going to struggle offensively. It might take a few games for them to get rolling, but they're going to struggle offensively. That's why you need these preseason games. This is why preseason games matter, because of continuity and timing and rhythm and all that stuff. If you don't have it, then, you're going to struggle, I mean, that's the way I see it. Y'all might see it differently. I know this Giants team, they're the same Giants team. They just have different players. You know, um, I mean, I would expect Brian Dable to talk, not like I would expect Brian Dable to call the plays, but since he's not calling the plays, what is his fat ass doing? Nothing. He ain't doing nothing. I mean, he's not, and I don't want to. You know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't care. I never liked the Brian Dable. I really don't. If we would have gotten Sean Payton, then I would have believed everything that he says. Because Sean Payton has been there. He's done that. He's won a Super Bowl. Okay, he's done everything that you I mean, you want. He's done everything that you want in a coach, or you're looking for everything. Or let me rephrase that. Sean Payton is what you want in a coach: discipline, loyalty, commitment. Brian Dable is more of a fun guy. Like, he gets mad a lot. Like, I don't like coaches like that. Yeah, you want to move your weight around. I get it. You're a head coach. You know, you bring stability. You bring, you know, like it happens almost all the time. You bring in a new coach, he does good his first year. You know, and then his second year, his third year, you know, he starts to blossom. You know, when he was in with the Bills, what the hell the Bills was doing? Nothing. They was getting spanked by the by the um by the Chiefs. Not to say he's a good coach. I don't see it. I don't see him winning anything here. I really don't. I like my old school coach. I like my head coaches old school, and he's not old school. He's one of those young head coaches. You know. Um, I mean, he might win a few playoff games, but I don't see him winning any Super Bowls with us. Um, and then Daniel Jones is gonna have to go through another coaching staff, and you know. But until now, I'll give him time. I'll give him time. I'm a fair person. I'll give him time. But I'm telling you this now: Brian Dable is not right for the job. He's right for the job right now because we have no other option, right? So if he digressed this year, they're going to be talking about, oh, is Brian Dable right coach for the job for the New York Giants? You know what I'm saying? And then just like how countless times Tom Coughlin was in the hot seat, you know, the teams backed up for him. The team vouched for him. You know, the teams fought for him. You know, there was plenty of times where the Giants, where Tom Coughlin wanted to get fired or be fired. You know, newspapers, they was coming for his head. And then the teammates rally around him saying that, like, that's not the Tom Coughlin that you see every day. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know, they rally around him, and you know they won a lot of games for him, and they believed in him, and you know it wound up being 2 Super Bowls. You know, I don't see this group doing that. For one, they don't got the right personnel. For two, I don't like Mike Kafka. I really don't. I know he was a quarterback. I know he played for the Eagles. I know he was, I think, a third or a second round pick back in 2010. And this is me saying it off the dome. You know, I don't got no notes. I don't got no phone. I don't got nothing. You know, I just don't like his play calling. I really don't. I would have expected Brian Dable to do the play calling. Why isn't he doing the play calling? That's a head scratcher. That means that he don't believe in Daniel Jones. Because if he did believe in Daniel Jones, he would have been playing. He would have been calling the plays, just like how he did when he was over there in Buffalo. He was calling the plays for Josh Allen, because obviously Josh Allen had tremendous upside. They were just getting dogged out by the Chiefs every single year. So I'm gonna give him some time. I think this year he's gonna take a step back. They're gonna retool next year, and obviously um, they're going to go far. How far? I don't know. Maybe NFC East Championship and lose there. I'm not saying that they're gonna win the Super Bowl next year neither, but I think they're gonna take a little bit step back, come back next year, be much better, and probably go far as the NFC East Championship. But this year, with all these new toys that Daniel Jones has, it's going to take time. I'm telling you, Giants fans, right now, it's going to take time. And I know y'all asses are impatient fan base, but it's going to take time for them to gel together. They might gel together against the Vikings. I mean, not the Vikings, the Raiders. They might do it against the Jets week 8, but it's going to take time for them to gel because they haven't played enough preseason games. They should have played at least 2 preseason games, or at least had 2 possessions. Oh, you worrying about they're gonna get hurt regardless. I like you rather go into the season all cramped up because obviously you're gonna have to wait another 7 days or 6. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait another 7 or 6 days for you to play, right? Obviously they play Sunday, so that's another 7 days that you have to wait. After that, there's no more practice. There's no more preseason. Y'all just, wait, chill, do something, you know. So it's in the books. It's in the books. We're just gonna wait and see. This is not a rant video. I just didn't like what I see tonight. I just really don't. Nobody stepped up. Nobody popped. Nobody pulled the Victor Cruz. Nobody did nothing. You know. Corbin, he did a little bit, but obviously that was like the second preseason game. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of this team. And who knows? Maybe Dak Prescott might play off his arse, or maybe Dak Prescott might play off his ass, out of his mind. He might probably score like 3 touchdowns, 2 to CeeDee Lamb, the other one to Gallup, the other one to his tight end, because he knows time is clicking. So he has to get off on the right foot. Now, I do have the Giants winning week 1, but I wouldn't be shocked if they lost, bounce back against the Cardinals, and, the rest is up to them, I guess. They're going to be facing new opponents. Yes, I know they beat this. I don't see them beating the Seahawks twice. They beat them last year. Kudos to them. That was a great effort by them, beating them. But I don't see them beating them again this year. 49ers, that might probably be the one game that everybody's counting them out. And then they come in and beat them. Because I still don't believe in the 49ers offense. Defensively, they're great. Offensively, no, I don't. I really don't trust them offensively. Quarterback-wise, I don't trust them. But they got the weapons. They got the tight end. They got the running game. They got the receivers. They just need a quarterback, and I don't think they found their quarterback yet. They think Brock Purdy is the answer. Will he be healthy by then? Who knows? They just traded Lance to the Cowboys, so I don't know what the hell they're doing at quarterback. So I'm not really scared of them offensively. I'm just scared of their defense. They just got so many people that just fly around, But we defensively, we don't even know who we are because we don't have anything to grind on. We don't have anything to say, okay, we could take a lot of good things from this game, I did have them going 1-2. So, the only one that came was from the Panthers. They lost the first one against the Lions, bounced back against the Panthers. Panthers almost came back in that one too. It was 21-7, and as soon as I turned off my tablet, and because I was, using the bathroom, I came back, and it's like 24. It's like 21-14. It's like No, it was like 21-13. It was like, huh? Like how the hell they came back already? It's like wow. And now this obviously, you see they try to come back. They were down, try to come back, and it just didn't work. We have some sorry ass quarterbacks too. Tyrod Taylor and DeVito, they both suck. I mean, if that's the quarterbacks you have to back up Daniel Jones, we're gonna be dead from week one. DeVito is, I mean, I already don't know who's worse. I would probably say Tyrod Taylor's more worse because at least DeVito has a quick arm. At least DeVito has pocket awareness. Tyrod Taylor don't have pocket awareness. He got sacked too many times. Both of them got sacked too many times. It was just not good. It's just not good. So I'll see y'all probably next Sunday night because I think tomorrow, like next Monday, I have to go to Miami. So yeah. So Thursday I might probably do the Chiefs and Lions game because I got money on that game. I'm not betting nobody. It's just I'm playing Super Draft. Super Draft is kind of like a bootleg version of FanDuel and DraftKings. It's pretty good. It's not really a bad app. So yeah. So like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, take care of yourself, each other.